Le sordi bi distinto terno strigo. Negostan se ni tigi oasi ni banadilgo. Akovo benel terolestini dunidea at era. Ni tigi oasi negostan terole.
Hey, what do you guys think about the elk hunt so far? Sorry to interrupt, I'm gonna keep this short. If you guys don't know, we are giving this Can-Am away right now. All you have to do is go to our store, shop our mobile app. Every $1 spent is one entry to win a brand new 2025 Can-Am Defender Limited. Go shop, get your name in the hat. Now back to the video.
Guys, welcome back to the White Mountain Apache Reservation here in beautiful Arizona. It's opening day, 4 a.m. We have another management elk tag in our hands, and we are getting ready to go do some exploring for the first time with the bow in hand. So join us for an exciting, action-packed filled video. This place is arguably the greatest elk hunting on the planet, and we are looking for a management bull. We're packing the bow today. Let's go.
Water coming down from a little bit higher. It's a good area to get in the morning.
Sweet. Boys ready to have some fun? Let's do this. All right, guys. Our guide on this trip is going to be JT. And if you guys watched our video from last year, you'll likely recognize him. JT was a bird dog last year for us. And we hunted with Sisto, who is a longtime guide. The way that the program works is you have to be a bird dog for 3 years, and you learn everything from skinning and field dressing to how to field judge to hunting techniques to you name it. So it's basically like a guide and training program. And they get to bounce around between different guides and really hone their skills. So JT's graduated from the bird dog program. This is his first year, and couldn't be more excited to get out here with him. He's become a friend. And we're going to dive into a little bit of the history of JT's family and how it interacts with the elk hunting program here on White Mountain a little later. But JT's our man. We're going to have a great time. Let's do this, baby.
Yep.
Let's go. Got 2 young bulls out in front of us. Good amount of bugles kind of either side. Just a beautiful opening morning here. Basically, our strategy is we're trying to find a needle in a haystack. This management tag is unique in the sense that you're trying to really target a very specific bull. So we're covering a lot of country, trying to chase bugles, glass, all to try to find a big mature 5-point or a dually palmated 6-point that is over 8 years old. So we're going to see a ton of elk, have a lot of bugles, tons of rut activity, but trying to identify and target those specific bulls is not what I would consider an easy task, because there's just not that many of them. Between last year and this year, I think we've been here for a total of 7 days, and I've seen 3 management bulls. I was lucky enough to kill one last year, but well over 1,200 elk and only 3 management bulls that me and Maddie have seen. So kind of gives you an idea of like the percentage of management bulls versus just total elk that we're going to see. So some of this country is super thick. It's not glassable. So we're honestly chasing bugles. We're checking trail cameras. We're trying to glass some of these open Siennicas where we can and just cover country.
Describe what we got here, man.
All right, guys. As guides here on the White Mountain Apache Tribe with the management program that we have, what makes this a management bull?
So part of it is the 5x5, real heavy, older bull. Kind of can tell from his face, real big, fat nose, and just real massive 5, starting to palmate. Shows older age class. This is something that we are trying to get out of the herds here up in the Sunrise Camp, that these genetics will pass on, and these things don't ever get any bigger than a 5. So Wayne, can you explain the palmation there and the...
Well, basically here, people will ask, well, it does have a point here. The way we will look at this one here is basically, yes, it's an inch long, but actually from the point of origin where it comes out, it's longer than the actual length of the point. So this right here is not a scoreable point according to what you got going on.
That's a trick question I said earlier.
So,
glad you know.
oh, that was you gonna ask? Okay. But other than that, like you said, this is basically the classic 5x5 that we're looking for to take out of the herd. Like you said, we'll have double palmation on some of the sides. But currently with the what we're looking for and what the tribe has put out there for management, this is what meets the standards we're looking for.
On our afternoon hunt, day number 1. Been trying to cover country. Honestly, it's very similar strategies that we've hunted for a lot of years, which is just a lot of sound checking, which is essentially bugling, locator bugle, seeing if anything will respond. If you get a response, try to go find them. So, we got a response, and hiked in a little ways. JT just did another one, and immediate response, and then another bull. So, we got 2 bulls up here that are bugling pretty good. We've got like 3 younger bulls at 82 yards. One of them is a 5-point, but he's not old enough. He's too young. Pretty sick footage though, man. It's getting on the long runs right now. It's been a fun evening so far. We just snuck up on another 6-point. It's bedded. JT picked him up in his bed. So I don't know, we've probably seen 10 bulls over the course of the around some other stuff. But beautiful area up here, man. Real open. A lot of these ponderosa pines, little smaller pines with some open like areas that you can actually see a ways. Morning to day number 2. We're checking out a new area that we had scouted a couple days before the season, so we're back in here. We got some bulls bugling and about ready to get our stuff on. Go see if we can find us a bull that meets the management criteria. Can be a good day. It's been a great morning, but man, the challenge is just finding the right bull. So there's no shortage of bulls, no shortage of bugles, but so far none of them are ones we can pursue, which is oddly enough the challenge of this hunt. You're going to see more elk in your entire life, you hear more bugles probably in your entire life. For the management hunt, we're trying to find a very specific elk, and for their trophy hunt, they're trying to find a very specific elk. So in between those two are hundreds and hundreds of bulls that you would normally pursue on any other kind of a tag. And so many of those bulls are incredible, 340, 350, 360, and they don't meet the criteria. So they're out there. We gotta just keep working and hopefully we can turn a couple up. But it's hard to beat a crisp September morning where the sun's rising, you get this big cianica behind you. Bulls are out bugling, they're feeding, they're acting ruddy. I mean, it's everything you could hope for. All right, guys. So we talked a little bit about how JT's got some deep-rooted family history as far as being a part of the guide program out here. Last year he was a bird dog, was her final year, and this is his first year as a guide. But I'm super curious to learn more about like the family history. As I know, like your dad and your grandfather have also been in similar roles and had a lot to do with some of the elk management program.
Yeah, so my dad was a guide since his teen years. He actually bird dogged for my grandpa, and my grandpa was guiding guys before this whole trophy elk hunt program was even established. Back then, guys were able to buy permits from the state and they were able to hunt on the reservation. So these guys were looking for somebody to help them. And I don't really know how they found my grandpa, but he offered to help. And I do have a few pictures of, some bulls that he got on a particular day with a few guys. And so he would always tell me that, after school, high school, he would get out of school and he would come up, in this area that I'm guiding in this year. He'll be in these hills, studying these elk, finding, their patterns throughout the year, not just during rut season. And he would, just study them. And when they wanted to do some sort of trophy elk program, off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly when it was established, but Game and Fish Director back then was a guy named Phil Stego, and my grandpa's nephew, Tommy Amos, he was a guy that worked, I believe, as a game ranger, and they wanted to start this program. And they just came to my grandpa and, when would be a good time to, start a hunt? And my grandpa said, it's easy. Second week of September into the first week of October. You're still running that same dates to this day. And they got that whole thing started. And it's been, years and years of just great elk hunting. And White Mountain Apache has been known as Elk Capital of the world just because of, 3 guys that just wanted to start a program. And their first camp was over at Paradise Creek. Had a lot of guys. They have a lot of great hunters. One big name that everybody throws around every year is George Strait coming back. Everybody loves to, reflect back on those, pictures and stuff. There's a former director wrote a great book about this program. It's called The Golden Age of Elk Hunting by John Cade. I know it's still floating around, so it's another good piece of material that you can look back onto the history of this place.
The king, straight hunting elk on White Mountain Apache Reservation. Pretty amazing. What's it mean to you now that you're guiding in the same area as your grandfather?
It's really, I guess, comforting to me. I did lose my grandpa back in 2022. Just these, hills and these cienagas that I would sit with him while my dad was, maybe chasing a bull. And I was, little, 4 or 5 years old maybe. And hearing him telling the stories about all, these places that he was hunting, these ridges, the bulls he's seen, the bulls he's called in. A lot of cool stories that he had. Passed that down to me. And then, as he got older, it would just be me and my dad in here. And this is the same roads that we drove. It feels comforting to me because, to me, I feel like he's probably out here, running around, maybe behind me, feels good, it's always something I wanted to do since I was real young. I always knew I wanted to be here at camp. I wanted to be a part of this program. I'm very thankful that I was selected, to be a bird dog and to learn from the other guys. My family has a deep history with this program, but there's a lot of great guides, that they have multiple book heads, not just in Sunrise and Maverick and West End. I mean, the Apache guides here, they're just great guides. They know the land so well. They know the pattern. My grandpa probably didn't speak to any of those guys, growing up. They figured it out themselves just the way my grandpa did. And, I just hope to be able to accomplish something like that, to be able to have my name beside a hunter that has a bookhead, or even a 400. And, this is just the first steps of getting to there. And I'm just hoping to keep this going. I have 2 boys right now. I got them out here just the same way, my dad and my grandpa got me out here real young. I got them out here scouting, and I'm hoping they can keep it going. 3rd generation, and hoping my boys could be the 4th.
Few days. Morning, guys. Welcome to day number 3. We moved to another new location. We're above 10,000 feet of elevation, so way higher up in this particular area. Just got into the spot we're going to start hiking, but saw a super pretty black bear up here, and actually a cow and a bull. So got some bugles going on. We're going to take a little hike, do some sound checking, hopefully find us a bull. But on this hunt, you can add a black bear or you can add a mountain lion. Had I had the Weatherby in the truck, could have cranked that thing at like 200 yards. So might have to throw that in the rig for this evening if we end up coming back here. But there's right there. gets old, guys. Never gets old. I don't care how big they are, how many you see. It's what makes archery elk hunting, in my opinion, the greatest pursuit out there. Love it. On the right side, one on the left. The left one is a little one. The one on the right side is like that big. I'm gonna try and sneak up and maybe we could call him another 50 yards. All right, that was super exciting. We got on a herd, finally saw some cows. It's been a few days, but saw like a 6 point, but there was some other bulls bugling, so we kind of just pursued up on them. And this old 5x5 with a couple little cheater points beyond his royal popped out, and we were all just like, oh, that might be the shooter. He's got 1 point on his left side that might unfortunately make him not qualify for management. So this is the challenge of this hunt. They've got pretty strict criteria what they're looking for. So all we can do is take footage of it, go back and share it with Wayne, the camp boss, and then they'll ultimately make a decision of thumbs up or thumbs down. They got a lot of different bulls here that kind of have some of those characteristics. He also had really weak thirds, but he had big fronts, big frame, definitely a mature bull, and he probably had 8 or 10 cows with him. So that's the prime example on this management hunt. There was a really nice typical 6 point as a satellite bull, and he had all the cows. And they see that often with these big 5s. So we're gonna take the footage back, kind of crop it in, submit it, and see what they say. If they give us a thumbs up, we'll come back here probably later this afternoon, this evening, try to turn him back up. We made an on-X waypoint of where he is, kind of the direction they went to go bed, and then if we get a thumbs up, we'll come in and make it happen, hopefully. Casey found a shooter management bull last night, so they're out there this morning. I'm hopeful they'll turn it up. You can watch Casey's full hunt next week, so make sure you come back and check that out. Well, the verdict is in. Unfortunately, we got the thumbs down for that bull earlier to be a management bull. So we submitted the video clips, screenshots, and it didn't quite meet the criteria that they're looking for a management bull. They also felt like possibly the age class of the elk wasn't 8 years or older, maybe in that 6 to 7 range, but they're really trying to target 8-year-old bulls and older. So for those reasons, it wasn't approved as a management bull. And so we're going to keep on going. We're in a new area this evening, and we're going to be taking a hike about. Hopefully we can turn up a bull. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. That's the challenge of this hunt. You're looking for a needle in a haystack. Obviously from the footage you've seen so far, it's no shortage of elk, no shortage of rutting bulls, the coolest experience in the world. But we're looking for some very unique animals, and been harder to turn up this season than last. But we got a couple days left. We're going to keep working, and it only takes one. This might be the night. There's another one right there. Smaller one. You think that was the one behind us? Or is there another one back here still? I think there's another one. He came out. It sounded like there's some people behind him. That was amazing. Another bull into bow range. He passed us at 45 yards. He came in on a string. Too big. Either too big or too small. we have officially crossed the halfway point of this hunt. Hard to believe. We're halfway through this incredible, man, just time that we're having. So today was another great one. So many encounters that would just typically blow your mind. And it's almost like you become used to it now because so many haven't. We've been putting Matt up front for any bull that we deem that isn't qualified. And so he's been able to capture some of the most insane elk footage we've ever filmed in the history of Hush. He's had the long lens up close and personal on these elk, and they have no idea he's there. I'll generally drop back with JT and we'll be calling back and forth and really acting like Matt's the shooter. So we're killing a ton of stuff with the camera. And let's be honest, we already know this, but the last day is better than the first. It's been proven over history. Many, many videos we've produced before. So we're going to stay positive. We're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep having fun. And hopefully good stuff happens. We're on day 4, boys and girls, and new day, new area. So, JT, we feeling good about day 4?
Feel pretty good. Pretty confident.
We're gonna go take a hike. I'd say we've been averaging probably like 5 miles a day. We're hiking or so. Just trying to cover the numbers. So we had a bunch of bulls bugling. We're gonna kind of do a big loop. Go check out this area that has a bunch of wallows in it. That one of the other guides has seen a mature 5-point in there. I don't think this year, but like in years past. So a lot of times they stay in the same general vicinity. That's our goal. See what the day brings. Let's go. All right, well, a little bit more of an uneventful morning. A lot of bugles while we were coming in the truck, but I think they went right, we went left. We chased some faint bugles, but it could never catch up to anything. Onyx tracker, one of our favorite tools we use in the field. Just about 4.5 miles. It sounds like Casey found a sweet bull though this morning, which is exciting. I'm anxious to kind of hear a little bit more about what went down and if he had any opportunities. So what to do next? What to do next, JT? Evening of day 4, guys. Once again, we're in a new area. We had a shooter 5-point on one of the trail cameras that one of the guides, Marty, had out. And so Casey's gonna go try to find the bull. Dang, that sounded like a good one right there. Casey's gonna go try to find the bull that they were on this morning. We're gonna go try to find the one that's on the trail camera. Kind of forgot to set the date on the old stealth cam, and so not exactly sure when he was out there, but nonetheless, we got bulls bugling behind us. Got some stuff to go check out. Cross my fingers, we can finally lay eyes on a management 5. Yet to see it. We got 3 bulls now down in camp, so there's other hunters having success, which is awesome. And we got this evening and tomorrow to make it happen. Should be fun. I see his antlers. Alright guys, I think we might have just spotted our first legal shooting management bull. He's bedded right now, he's bugling. JT's trying to get a better look at him so he can see his entire frame, but he's just like 5 on both sides. Real big, heavy. It appears to be, from our initial look, what you would want for a management bull, but we gotta figure it out for sure. So JT's kind of sliding around to get a better angle. If he gives us a thumbs up, then we'll try to put on a plan to get him. Either try to call him in or try to sneak in on him. The wind is being really bizarre, so I hope that changes. But I'm optimistic. This might be a chance, at least an opportunity, which is all we can ask for. So, crossing my fingers. He's on his feet. Don't move. To the right of that dead tree. He's going into the woods. That's it. He's in the tree. I think he saw us. Was he with them? That's it. Well, we got the thumbs up from JT, but it's our first legal management bull. Maddie and I tried to make a play on him because he was bedded in this open field. We started sneaking up and the wind just sucked from the jump, but we don't have much time left, so we gotta be aggressive. And we got to about 100, 110 yards, and he just perked his head up, stood up, and then kind of walked into the timber. Definitely didn't see us. So chances are the wind was just swirling. It was like going to my left, going to my right, hitting my back, which we knew going into it, but we took a gamble. We tried to flank him wide as he was facing like this way, angle. And I think he might have just hit us. He didn't run off or anything. He just walked into the timber. There was a bunch of cows in there bedded too that we found out later. But he went right past them, and we could hear him bugling a little ways down. But if you could look over here, there is freaking wallows galore. So tomorrow's the last day. And if we can't get back on him tonight, I think we're going to try to come back in the morning. But this time, guys, I think I might be carrying the Weatherby. So this is a unique tag where you can use any weapon. Out of all the hunts that they have here, management and trophy, I would say a very small percentage of them are bow hunts. Most guys are bringing rifles. We always love the challenge. I love packing a bow in September. I love the up-close and personal encounters, but it's challenging. You've seen it. We've been out here for 7 days. That's the first one we've seen. And then you got to have that opportunity. Last year we got lucky, and it worked out great. But I want an elk. I want the elk meat. We've had an amazing hunt. And I think tomorrow, JT's going to be carrying the Weatherby. I'm going to still pack the bow, so depending on the situation, we can have options. And again, it's unique. There's only a few September rifle elk hunt tags in states across the West. So it's a very rare opportunity to do it. But I think I'd be crazy not to. And yeah, so that's what I know about how I feel right now. Maybe it'll change tomorrow, but I doubt it. In the meantime, we're going to go back to our packs and go listen. He's got a very distinct raspy bugle. We're going to try to relocate him. Wolves howling right now. Down by where it burned our truck. It's pretty eerie to hear those wolves howling. And what's weirder, the woods became quiet. We haven't heard a bugle since. And before they were howling, I think they were going pretty decent amount. It's just like a very eerie feeling. It's the first time I've heard wolves howl in the wild. Still, I've never seen a wolf in the wild. But they've got the Mexican gray wolf down here. And it sounds like a pretty good pack. That's the first bugle we've heard in about 30 minutes or so. And it's like prime time. It's like 6:15. Alright, so we're trying to pinpoint this bull's location. You can see up here, I marked where we got into him. Snuck in with the wallows. Here's where we are currently. And then here's where I think we heard a bugle when we drove in. Kind of up in this stuff. So the game plan for tomorrow would be trying to find him in his home range right here. We can hear him bugling and he's probably somewhere up where the X is. Wolves again? Dude, more wolves. And so this is what we believe to be his home range. So we're going to try to put a game plan together. Either checking this cienega or these ones up here. Dirty dog. He's right there. Literally just bugles right there. He's right there where my crosshairs are. 1,000 yards, 800 to 1,000 yards up on the top there. This is all blow down, nasty crap. But if you zoom in, there's a few little open pockets here. And then here's where we caught him back in the cienega. So I can't believe he's living right in this stuff. Hopefully tomorrow I think we're going to find him back in this stuff. But if not, we're going to try to cover all this. Those are coyotes out. Right?
The howling is the wolves and those little yets.
I was going to say, I think the coyotes are responding to the wolves.
Yeah. Military stuff, and then he was recently still in the National Guard. together. Dead bull.
Oh, yes. You did it, buddy.
Yep.
Wow. I can't tell how much I've enjoyed hunting with you. I see it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Last day bull, boys.
Oh,
Dude, it was so hard because he was just over that rise. I could never get like a good shot with the grass and stuff.
nice shot, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
190.
That's a special place.
I mean, could you dream up a more beautiful area to shoot a bull?
The sun's still coming up.
Hard to fathom. 6:35 a.m. last day, man.
He's a stud, dude.
Dude, yeah. When JT was sharing his family story earlier in the week, it definitely got me thinking about my own family story and my grandpa, who I never met because he passed away when my dad was 16. But he got my dad into being passionate about hunting and fishing and being outside. And I'm so lucky that my dad introduced me to the outdoors at an early age. I started hunting when I was 10 years old. I got my hunter safety card. I started bird hunting, and then I got my first ever bow when I was 14. I couldn't even pull it back for the first year. And I started archery elk hunting at age 15. Shot a lot of spikes, a lot of raghorns. And as I've matured and gotten older, I've been lucky enough to go on some pretty incredible hunts. And as a kid, I would watch these different videos of the White Mountain Apache Reservation and just the incredible elk action that you would see. The bugles nonstop, 6-point bulls everywhere. And the fact that I've been able to come here last year and this year to help these guys hopefully manage a better elk herd to keep this on for generations to come for JT's kids is, man, it's beyond humbling and grateful. And I'm just so thrilled. We put in 5 full days of hunting, 2 days of some scouting. And yesterday was the first day we saw the management bull, period. And we worked really hard. And here we are in the last day of the season with another incredibly beautiful bull. Could not be more appreciative for all the people of the White Mountain Apache tribe that we've been able to meet, become friends with. JT, I'm your first official guided tag out, man.
Yeah. And 1 for 1?
1 for 1.
1 for 1.
JT's got a bright future. I'm excited to see how his guiding career materializes out here. And man, what a morning, guys. Matty Ice, dude. Some of the most insane footage ever captured in the history of Hush happened right here with this guy this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know we didn't kill him with the bow, but man, I love elk meat. I love chasing elk. I was honestly more freaking buck fever carrying this rifle at 190 yards than I was last year at 40 yards. So it's funny how it'll do that to you. You sleeping?
No, I was in the other room. What's up?
You got a sharp knife?
Yeah.
Pull down, baby.
Attaboy.
Last day.
Yeah, I knew you'd get her done.
We traded the Hoyt in though for the Weatherby.
Oh, well, that works too.
Indeed. The new Hush rifle strikes again. Beautiful, beautiful 5-point, big old bull, 190 yards. Didn't go more than 10 yards.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Love you guys. Thanks. Well, we're gonna get going on getting some photos before the sun comes up, but I'll send you pictures when we get done.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.